When is conditional. So it means if the first element is not met, the second element does not exist. Now let us look at Musalia Mudavadi capability to deliver Western. Western understand it belongs to Raila Amolo Odinga. So Musalia Mudavadi has got a very huge task to deliver Western, 70% of Western. That is number one. Number two, William Samoei Ruto have gone ahead to field candidate in Western. So it therefore means there are competition in between Kenya Kwanza coalition. That means chance of Musalia Mudavadi delivering is also minimal. So to me, that agreement does not exist. It is null and void.
Ruto. If in case if Ruto become the president, he will leave Mudavadi hanging, because what is 30% of the government? If you can calculate, you tell us how many ministries, PSCs, CSCs are there. So you give someone or just one person 30%. That's a lie, a big lie.
Hey, what's up, my beautiful people? So they call me Robin, and this is Robinson Media. So we are here at Jivanji, where we are trying to collect different opinions, more so in this presidential race. So hapa tumepata majamaa, like we want to talk to them, and we want to ask them different question on these political issues. So I want to ask this my friend, being that you know Ruto told Musalia Mudavadi that he will give him 30% of the government with one condition: if he delivers 70% of Western votes. So in case he fails to deliver this 70% of the Western region votes, do you think he will be given this 30% of the government in case Ruto becomes the president?
Number one, to me, that agreement does not exist, because it is merely a promise. And a promise in politics does not exist. That is number one. Number two, this agreement is conditional. So it means if the first element is not met, the second element does not exist. Now let us look at Musalia Mudavadi capability to deliver Western. Western understand it belongs to Raila Amolo Odinga. So Musalia Mudavadi has got a very huge task to deliver Western, 70% of Western. That is number one. Number two, William Samoei Ruto have gone ahead to field candidate in Western. So it therefore means there are competition in between Kenya Kwanza coalition. That means chance of Musalia Mudavadi delivering is also minimal. So to me, that agreement does not exist. It is null and void.
It is null and void. Okay, the other day there was a video that was going through where there was some analysis that was being given where Bungoma County, if you look at all the counties from Western, you find Raila is leading with some 70-60, but if you look at Bungoma County, you find that Ruto is leading with almost 64% or maybe. So do you think Bungoma will affect Raila's votes? I mean,
I agree to some extent that Raila has a problem in Bungoma just because of Wadangula candidate as a Senate is one that is destabilizing Raila Amolo's whatever in Bungoma. At the same time, it appears to me that Wadangula is more on the ground than Musalia Mudavadi. So the further turnout here Raila Amolo Odinga in Bungoma this time round is not the same as 2017, just because of a number of factors. Number one, the tribal base in Bungoma. Number two, the candidature of Moses Wadangula. Number three, the influence of William Samoei Ruto. He appears to have a foothold in Bungoma than any other county in Western.
But I think Trans Nzoia, when you look at Trans Nzoia, or maybe Trans Nzoia, you know there are some kelenjins that are present in that place. I guess, and there you find that Raila Amolo Odinga is leading according to the latest statistics that was collected. So I think Trans Nzoia ndo wako na wakale wengi inaweza ku affected as compared to where there is a pure lawyers and the lawyers. So what do you think? Because you know this thing is somehow confusing. You find Trans Nzoia, there are some kelenjins present in that region, and you find Raila is leading there. you know, sijui kama mtu anaweza nijibu hapo. And if
Now the dynamics of politics in Trans Nzoia is very much different from Bungoma and Vihiga and whatever. One, these colleges who are in Trans Nzoia are more assimilated to the Luhya land than they are to the Kalenjin land. So they play the politics in a different way, not necessarily tribal. Number two, this new party is more active in Trans Nzoia than it is in any other, and they are more in the ground. In fact, Natembeya is doing a very good job to Azimio and to himself in Trans Nzoia than any other candidate. Now, these Kalenjins who are in Trans Nzoia are more Luhya than they are to Kalenjin. They are more in ODM in Azimio than they are to UDA.
okay, so you know, Vihiga County. See, I think Musalia Mudavadi is coming from Vihiga County.
Yes.
And when you look at the statistic, you find that Mudavadi, Raila has a lot of votes in that place. And being that Mudavadi is a kingpin not only in Western but also in Vihiga County. And you find that Raila is still getting more votes there, and Ruto, and is still going further to promise Ruto that is gonna deliver 70% of the vote. Yet where he's coming from is supporting Raila Amolo Odinga more than Ruto. Do you think what is?
Now, if you look at Moses Wetangula and Vihiga belongs to Raila, including Musalia himself. Musalia is Musalia belongs to Raila. Is Raila's follower number one. And Raila loves Musalia than anybody else. That is why, yes, that is why when Musalia fails, Raila always goes for Musalia. So Musalia is Raila's supporter number one, in the beloved. So that is why the ground in Vihiga belongs to Raila. In the home via Raila, you cannot talk about it. In fact, those who are voting for William Samoei Ruto in Vihiga is not because of Musalia, it is because of Ruto himself. Musalia and the group belongs to Raila Amolo Odinga.
So which means in any case Raila or Amolo Odinga becomes the president, and do you think he will give maybe he will give Musalia Mudavadi something, because when you look at the number that is turning out maybe to vote for Raila is more as compared to maybe Bungoma County. Do you think he will be given, he will secure any chance in the government?
I think so, and I think so. I agree with you, but it is conditional. Number one, unless Musalia himself repent. Number two, he has to undergo what you call baptism of fire. He has to go through fire until akwe cold. He has to angarishwe. Number three, he will be subjected to time. Watu atakaa kwa baridi ndio arudishwe baadaye. Raila Amolo Odinga loves Musalia, but not haraka hivyo. He has to deliver, number one, to Azimio.
Oh, I'm trying to get you.
He
So
has to deliver to Azimio, that is number one. Number two, he has to go through a test of fire before being recalled. He will be recalled at a later stage in the Raila's government.
So in any case, maybe you know politics is something that it's a game, huh? And in any case, maybe things went upside down, and Vihiga, maybe you can find that Ruto gains more votes in that place. Unfortunately, he never hajakuwa president, Ruto hajakuwa president, but he gains more votes in that place, and Raila ndo amekuwa president. Do you think Musalia Mudavadi atapewa kitu?
That is why I'm telling you, Musalia Mudavadi has to be punished. If he delivers to Azimio, he will be rewarded at a later stage. If he does not deliver, he has to be punished over some time. Before we defend Musalia, we have to punish him. So if he can afford for William Samoei Ruto, okay, that will be fought. No problem with that. But Musalia Mudavadi has to pay the consequence of his people.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. Is there any idea or maybe any opinion that someone can come up with?
Go ahead.
Okay, I was talking about in any case Raila, in any case Ruto becomes the president, but the promise that he gave Musalia Mudavadi whereby in one condition whereby he must deliver 70% of Western region votes is when is being given that 30%. So do you think if he fails to deliver this 70%, do you think he will be given this 30%?
I think first the chances of DP Ruto becoming president is very remote, and also chances of this guy Mudavadi tajaribu tu kuongeza sauti. Mudavadi delivering 70% from Western, quite remote. The only thing he can do, he can deliver maybe around 350,000 from Western. So if that 350,000 can be equivalent to 70%, maybe time will tell. But for me, I don't see this guy garnering that 70%. He can only do so if at all he could have taken maybe some other support from Kalonzo, from wherever. But personally, it was a tall order for DP Ruto to really insist that Mudavadi deliver 70 to be given 30%. That's quite unworkable.
Okay, as you can see, people are saying that it's very impossible. Not impossible. It's somehow very challenging for Musalia Mudavadi to deliver 70%. So, guys, is there any somebody or somewhere that can give us the same opinion? Is there anyone? About the promise that he was given to Musalia Mudavadi. Oh, okay, you can.
Now, what I'll say, number one, Mudavadi does not belong to Kenya Kwanza because we don't have something known as like Kenya Kwanza. Ile kitu nasema ya kwanza, hakuna kitu inaitwa Kenya Kwanza. Tuko na deputy na president ni UDA. So meaning Mudavadi has no room in that UDA. Kitu ya kwanza, ana nafasi pale, kwa maana nafasi yake anaambiwa waliregister as a coalition Kenya Kwanza, lakini ukiangalia hatuna kitu inaitwa Kenya Kwanza, tuko na UDA. Kitu ya pili, Mudavadi kufuna sehemu la magharibi ni ngumu, kwa maana tumesai jaribu Mudavadi kwa sehemu la magharibi wakiwa pamoja na mzee alimpiga pale hata nyumbani kwake. Kuna poll opinion ilitolewa juzi, Vihiga county peke yake. Unaona mzee anashinda Mudavadi with almost 50%. 65 na 35. So almost half. So meaning Mudavadi hawezi fanya nini? Hawezi leta. Na ile kitu kingine ya pili, Mudavadi is our property. Sisi kama wanaazimio, Mudavadi is our property. Mudavadi is doing his job here. Wakati atakapomaliza atarudi nyumbani. Nyinyi mnangoja ya kwamba Mudavadi atakufa paridi. Mudavadi alitumwa kazi, na uliona Mudavadi mwenyewe ameanza kukumbuka, kumbe nilitumwa kazi na anahitaji kumaliza kazi yangu. Akaanza ya kwamba uwezi kuja kuniwekea watu mpaka kwa mlango yangu. Lazima ufanye nini? Unaona, kwa maana uwezi niletea mtu niwekee kwa mlango na uniambie tunaenda safari. So Mudavadi Marara akaanza akaambia hapana, lazima mtafanya nini? Kwa maana uwezi muambia akuletee 70. Unajua kuna watu wengine tunafikiri 70% ni kura. Atakuletea kura ndio, wapunge hauna. Utaweza pitisha msura bungeni? Utaweza kweli? So ile kitu tunaangalia hapa kwa 70% ni members of parliament. Ni members of parliament, because kama utaleta members of parliament watatu, ukuche hapa useme ya kwamba unataka slot ya 30%, itatoka wapi? So ile kitu mimi ndaweza sema kulingana na sehemu la magharibi. Sehemu la magharibi alichatingika, liko imara. Ni kwa sababu gani? Kama litatindika ni kidogo tu, kwa maana hata Weta ni mtoto yetu. Weta ametusumbua na simu, na sisi tunaitikia ni mtoto yetu, hatuwezi tukafukuza. Ndio tukaambia Weta, nendeni pale nyumbani, kwa maana tunaenda ndaenda kukupa paridi hapa, hatuna nafasi, nenda usimame kiti yako ya seneta. Weta akarudi. Weta alitafuta ushauri na akapewa ushauri, na ametumia hiyo ushauri vizuri. So Weta atakuwa, kwa maana tulikuwa tunafikiria kama Sakacha ataondolewa, tutaleta Mudavadi tuweke hapa kama gavana, tumsaidie.
When you are recording, we don't allow such kind of...
So ile kitu mimi nitaweza sema kwa upande wa magharibi, kulingana na mzee, upande wa magharibi mzee atapaki na almost 65% kutoka upande wa magharibi. So hiyo 65% kutoka upande wa magharibi imetutosha sisi, haitakuwa imetuaffect sana, kwa maana tunajua kulingana na zile ngome zetu kama wanaazimio, tunajua ngome zetu siko imara. Ngome zetu zimesimama na asichatingizwa. So tumesimama katika ngome zetu. So ile kitu na rai watu wa magharibi, mkoa wa magharibi, ile kitu na warai, kitu ya kwanza, yule mtoto yetu amedanganywa. Kwa maana unaambiwa utaenda kupata mtoto ili hali hauna mimba. Utaweza pata mtoto kweli? So kile Mudavadi alipewa, it is a false promise. Haiwezekani. So kile nitaweza sema, sisi magharibi tuko sawa na tumesimama hiyo imara, hata tupiga tutampiga. Ni hayo.
You've just heard what he has said. Is there anybody? Yeah. Oh, he's from Western region. Oh, Bunga. I don't think he's coming from. Okay. So, being that, I guess you've heard what I've asked here. Yeah.
Yes, let me catch myself. Thank you so much. First of all, let me tell you that it's very rare Mudavadi to deliver that 70% to Ruto. That is, nothing can happen, and there's nothing like that. It was just a way that Ruto wanted to send away Mudavadi, but Mudavadi is just still sticking there because he has nowhere to go. That's the first thing. Secondly, I heard you asking about Bungoma or Trans Nzoia. In Bungoma, you have our people who are there, who are going to deliver the votes to Azimio. Someone like Wamalwa, somebody like Wafula Munyinyi, somebody like... we have got so many in that area that are going to deliver. Wetangula is just there as a Senate because already he went back to vie for his seat of Senate, because he has sensed danger that there's nowhere they are going. They know very well that they're going nowhere, and they cannot even become somebody. They will be out of the government if they insist to be in UDA. Thirdly, we don't have something like Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza, hiyo ni kitu haramu. What we know is UDA, and Ruto wants the UDA to be a uniform of 6 from MCA to president as the UDA, and that's the thing that is giving some people sleepless, like Malala and Mudavadi, because they have their own people in their parties. Like ANC is supposed to have some people who can vie for their seats, like MPs, but Ruto wants to be only UDA, and it's still happening here in Central. So I want to tell you that there's no way Mudavadi can just deliver 70% to Ruto. Finally, let me say about the Trans Nzoia. Trans Nzoia, someone told you here that we have our own person there who is participating well. He's doing very good, and he has just gathered people together to tell them what they do. Who is Mr. George Natembea, and what he's doing there? It shows well that Trans Nzoia, that is the stronghold of Baba. If I add on that, it's just about Mudavadi and Ruto. If in case if Ruto become the president, he will leave Mudavadi hanging, because what is 30% of the government? If you can calculate, you tell us how many ministries, PSCs, CSCs are there. So you give someone, or just one person, 30%. That's a lie, a big lie. Get me right? So what I'm trying to say is this. It will be very difficult for Mudavadi to deliver that 70%, and also it will be very difficult Mudavadi to beat Baba in entire Western, because Western is locked. Me, I have done my research for myself. Okay, let me ask you, wherever you walk, like here in Nairobi, show me anyone who is just wearing a cape of UDA or a t-shirt for UDA, and you tell me how many people have you seen there just wearing like a t-shirt of ADM Azimio, capes of Azimio in this Nairobi. Same. If you go Western, you'll just get that there is someone like when Ruto is there selling for himself in rallies, you'll see people wearing green and yellow. When Ruto have left, you will never see anyone. And I want to ask anyone who is here, go in Kawangware, go in Kangemi, go to Madare, bring us only one person that is wearing a t-shirt of UDA. I rest my case.
Then is there anybody remaining? Okay, come and conclude for us.
All the information that you've had from my colleagues is very precise, and I just want to also insist on the same. That in my own perception, Wetangula and Mudavadi were purposely taken to Kenya Kwanza by the sitting government. I want to confirm the same by saying that, you see, if we could have left this guy to vie and just to move alone as he was moving, he could have gotten a lot of sympathy votes. So the government has used its tricks by telling these guys just go keep him busy, and also they wanted to do some regional balancing by sending the likes of Kilifi governor and also Alfred Mutua. These are people who have gone there basically to keep Ruto busy, so that when Raila shall have won the game, he will not have any excuse that, you see, they camped on one side. He will also be told that, you see, you had these people from these regions. Why couldn't you afford to get enough votes from these regions? So in my own understanding, with Musalia Mudavadi, it is evidenced that he's a supporter of Raila and a staunch supporter and a very close friend of Raila, that he can never turn against him in any way. Whatever they are doing is just simple politics. And even on the ground, he's not fighting for Ruto to get any votes. Because even currently as we're speaking, we have report on the ground that they have differed on the type, on the nature of plot and fielding candidates in various areas. So to me, I believe the 30% he will not, the 70% he will not get, and even 30% he will not get whatsoever.
Hey guys, you've just heard what different opinions that is there anybody remain? Is there someone who is remaining with an opinion? Oh, so guys, there's another question. Unataka kuuliza maswali?